Hello everyone, VanguardOfValor here, and welcome back aboard the VSS Assassin, a stealth cruiser Type A. Now, we did lose one of our crew members earlier, so we're down to 6, but we've still got a fairly powerful ship, fairly well-equipped one, not mention that. And we've got some more gear waiting in the wings. If we decide we want some bomb power, we've got a Breach Bomb Mark II we can equip. We've also got a pile of money if we decide we want to do something with that too. I guess I should just cave and buy the level 4 shields, but you know what, for now we're going to hold off and see if we can't get anything useful for it. We're going to jump over here, I think, first. Lots of nodes in this system, hopefully we'll be able to get some good stuff out of them. Local sensors pick up 2 ships engaged in a heated battle. It seems the Mantis military ship will surely defeat its prey. Let's aid those civilians! Dun-dun! We frown, power up weapons, and prepare to engage the Mantis. Not today, pal. Unfortunately, they teleport directly into our shields room, so we're going to need to send in there and kill those mantises as quickly as possible, otherwise we're going to lose Lysandra. We may still need to send her to the medbay, because she's not looking too healthy here. She's taking lots of hits. Yeah, you can go into the medbay, get healed up. That sounds like a good plan to me. In fact, we're going to be dodging that missile right now. We're going to be hitting them back, if we can. If we can hit through them with these. In fact, we're going to send you there right now. No, not opening the door, sending you in the medbay. Dodge that big missile. We failed to pierce their shields because we need to do at least down to 1 layer remaining, otherwise we can't actually defeat them. If we open this door, is they going to come in here? No, they're not going to come in here. They are going to try and bomb us. Thankfully they missed. We're going to dual laser them in the shields and hull laser them in the shields, and we're going to try again to halberd beam them. There we go, that's what we're looking for. Now the problem with this ship is it is laid out in a way that makes it quite difficult to actually hit effectively. So our first hit that we're going to do is going to try and fry across these core rooms. We're going to hit the engines, the weapons, and the oxygen, because it'll give them something to think about. If we can hit them properly, that'll do. Alright, fry them there. Well, we hit 2 of those rooms, that's better than nothing, I guess. We hit the weapons and the engines. Unfortunately, they don't seem to care much, so we're going to get in there and start killing them before they knock out more of our shields. And this is going to hurt. Okay, they ran away, thankfully. Get in there and fix those systems, guys. We're going to take a hull missile somewhere. In the medbay. Of course we take a hull missile in the medbay. Get in there and fix that right now. Lysandra, you stay here. We are going to be frying them in a second. We need that medbay online, though, otherwise we're going to take some hits here. Now we are going to dual laser them again in the shield, hull laser them again in the shield, and we fail to get through their shields. That sucks. These guys do not want to go down. We need to hurt their shields more, honestly, but it's going to be hard for us to do that as it is. We just don't have the firepower to hit them through their own shields. Alright, let's try again. Nope, 1 hit. Really, guys? A single hit of damage? That's all you managed to do? This is frustrating as well, because the fact is, they have powerful weapons. We're not going to give up, but man, these guys don't want to go down. There we go, now we can hit them in the shields with a big laser, and hit them in the helm too, so they can't dodge as well. And they managed to get their shield. Oh, really? They ion bombed our weapons as I was about to hit them in the helm. You jerks. Thankfully they missed with that missile. Didn't miss with any of those lasers, but thankfully the beam weapon fired just beforehand, so we didn't really lose anything there. They will be able to probably repair their shields before we get the chance to shoot again because of the long recharge on the ion. Cloak out here, dodge that missile. Ion weapons in the weapon bay suck, because they turn you off for so long. Thankfully they're all made of Mantis, and their NG is obviously not interested in fixing the repairs, so we don't have to worry too much about that at the time being, but come on. Okay. Almost recharged, almost recharged. As long as we get that firing before their shields come back, we should be able to hit them, do some real damage, if we can hit them. Alright, fire through there, just to hit them. There we go. They're firing more missiles at us. Hopefully they don't hit anything important. They did hit our radar, but we resisted the damage to the radar. They did send now their NG to go fix the shields, though. So that's going to be fixed in no time. Because those guys fix damage quickly, although he seems to be on the console and not actually fixing anything, which is weird. Whatever. Not gonna question it, we're just gonna shoot them and hopefully get through their shields this time. Yes, we did. Awesome. We're gonna fry right across there again. No, 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 no. We're gonna get both of those rooms. Both of them? I am a good English. Both of those rooms. I'm glad they're willing to wait while I aim my shots like this. We're also gonna cloak so they don't hit us with a laser. Or missile, I mean. And we hit them in the engine! Yay! No, we can't miss as much. Fantastic. Also, their crew is somewhat occupied now, and they only have 2 hull points remaining, so if we can hit them, we should be able to kill them. However, their shields are back up to 4 levels, because stupid NGs. And now they die. Unluckily for them, we managed to hit all 4 of our shots, giving us a clean strike down the middle. The Mantis ship breaks apart, giving us a fuel, drone part, and 53 scrap. When we contact the civilians, we find that they didn't survive the assault, but we still managed to get a fuel, drone part, and 38 scrap from their wreckage. We have piles and piles of money on hand now. Okay, I kind of want to save it still. It's stupid, but I kind of do. Whatever. We'll buy an upgrade for our shields, making us more impenetrable than ever before, because we still have 125 scrap lying around after doing that, so I don't see a problem. Oh, what do you know? Another Mantis beacon! We find another pirate ship at this beacon, and it appears it was a trap. Well, they're going to be teleporting on board in no time, and it seems they're sending a single human? Or not? He's just chilling in the med bay, or the teleporter bay for some reason. That's weird. It's a Mantis pirate ship with no Mantis on board. Alright, power up systems, and we'll dodge those just for fun. Our shields really are quite bad. It's probably because I dodge all the attacks like this, though. Everyone else is level 2, though, so it's not too bad. We're gonna blast him in the shields. And we missed one, but that's okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. We can still hit them through the oxygen and the engine. Well, we can still hit them in the oxygen and the weapons. That's better than nothing, at least. We knocked out one of their missile launchers. Now, when we reload our systems, we should be able to go in for a second shot. They will be firing that hull missile soon, but not before we get to fire again, so it shouldn't be too bad. We'll dual laser hull laser here. There we go. We're going to be firing a halberd beam like we were doing the previous ship across the shields and the helm to make sure our other lasers don't miss as much. They fired a missile at us. Hopefully it misses us. Yes, it does. Very good. They do have an NG in the helm, though, so that's going to be fixed very quickly. Hopefully we'll be... No, they managed to repair it before we could do any real damage. The rock in the other room, though, may not be quite so lucky. We'll dodge those missiles. 105% evade, always nice to see. We're going to blast them through here again, and we're going to fry them through there again. It's not the best course of action, but it definitely does knock out their helm temporarily. The ship appears to be powering up its FTL and is trying to escape. Thankfully for us, we've done quite a bit of damage. They say that we're considerably more well-armed than they would have thought and surrender, but they only offer 3 fuel, 1 drone part, and 26 scrap, and that is pitiful compared to what I will get for killing them. We should be able to kill them no problem before they get a chance to attack us again. So, I mean, before they get a chance to run. So I'm not too concerned, because we could have actually been shooting those across there, which just have a little bit more damage potential. But we can try that this time instead. So we're going to fire dual lasers, hull lasers, and they did manage to hit us in the shields, but that's okay, because we're going to kill them now. Goodbye. They're going to hit us with this missile too, aren't they? No, they missed with that one, thankfully. The ship explodes, leaving behind a fuel, drone part, and 55 scrap. Alright guys, thank you very much. It does make sense that you get more money for killing people than you do for not killing them, because if they're offering you something, that's only the money that they actually have with them. When you kill them, you take all of the money that's comprised their ship, all of the scrap their ship was made of. So it makes sense you'd get more scrap. Oh, there is a store. Unfortunately, it's a bad positioned store, because I don't want to have to jump into the sun. Well, let's see what's there, and we'll have to come back. We'll go around the long way. It is selling systems and defense drones, because I would totally buy some. Identifying a Mantis trading post ahead, we signal them so that our approach won't be taken as a threat. The leader hails us, saying, "You have scrap! Quickly, come dock before the warriors see you." We get there, they have drone control, but they do not have the drones I want. Well, I'm going to buy the drone control anyway. Boop! If we get lucky, we'll find a drone we can equip. We do have a system repair drone, though, which is better than nothing. And I'm not going to buy repairs here because they're too expensive. And I'm not even buy much fuel. No, I'm not even going to buy any fuel. We have 12 jumps here before we get to the final sector where they're going to give us another free 10 fuel. So we're going to go backwards and see if we can't get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or something like that for our jumps. We need to find some drones! Defense drone would be very nice right about now. Let's keep jumping. Just defense drone Mark 1 is all I want. I don't want a Mark 2. We fancy we see something moving in the shadows of the beacon, but everything remains still. Well then, sounds pretty fancy. Let's jump over here and see if there's anything free for us here, this empty beacon. A nearby space station hails us, offering to trade 2 fuel for 3 drone parts. We've got a pile of drone parts and don't need fuel, so we reject their offer and jump onwards. And this is a sun, isn't it? No, it's an asteroid field. So this would have screwed us over if we were trying to go for that whole no events, no bad areas thing. But I could have just jumped through the store if I wanted to. However, we have level 4 shields, so this shouldn't really be a problem. Rebel automated scout in here. They have a lot of drones. Give me one of your drones, folks. That's all I want. Just a drone. Here comes a laser, knocking out one of our shield layers. Oh, this is an Ion Blast Mark II, isn't it? We're gonna be dodging that. Thank you very much. The nice thing about the dodge is it does interrupt the Ion Blast, so it makes it so they can't just stun lock you. There we go, and we're gonna halberd beam through there. Bzz, 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 bzz. Did some damage. They come back online, start trying to tase us again, but we should be okay. Thankfully, their shields are getting held. They're pretty much locked down because of that. Oh, ouch! I didn't even notice that rocket fire because of the fact that the asteroids are hitting them. There we go. We knocked out their rockets. Their shields are still at 0. You guys get in there and help fix those shields because we want them all online if we can help it. And there we go. Back in your station, guys. All our weapons are go. We are going to fire dual lasers and hull lasers at the shields just for fun. And now we're going to kill them. Goodbye, friends. Down you go. Alright. Ship explodes, leaving behind 2 fuel, 2 missiles, and 57 scrap, which is very reasonable. We've got... You're injured, so you can go heal up. There we go. Come back in here. You're doing okay, you're doing okay, you're doing okay. Uh-huh. Well. Oh, another bad place. I'm not going to that sun, thanks. Let's jump over this way. Suns are just nasty, especially on a ship like this where you have very little options for getting rid of fires by getting rid of oxygen. There aren't so many parts of Mantis space that aren't dotted by the wrecks of battles past, but this is one of them. We take a deep breath and prepare to move on. I have an icon over there, but we have to start moving in this direction, otherwise we're going to get overrun, so we're going to do just that. Move towards our exit beacon. We detect and receive an escape pod floating nearby. We consider returning it to space when we learn it's Mantis, but we pry it open because we're idiots. Alright, a man bursts out of the life pod, screaming, and claws his way to a corner. A rare survivor of Mantis captivity. Once calm, the survivor offers to join our crew for a time. Hello, Felicity. You can join our team of people who have absolutely nothing to do with anything. They're just our generic human team. This is weird. I have found nothing but humans. That's, I think, 8 total humans, because 1 died in a random event. That's just a lot of humans. Now, if we jump to here, we should be able to make it there and then there before we run out of space, but we might be in trouble. What do we find here?
Greetings! It is so good to see you. We've been out of fuel and floating here for weeks. We were terrified some pirate or those damn rebels would find us first. Can you spare some fuel?
I think we can, honestly, because we're going to have to make 1 jump, 2 jumps to make it to the exit, and 1 more jump to get into the final sector, where they're going to give us free fuel anyway. So let's spare them some fuel and see what happens. We'll give them 4 fuel. We give them the fuel, and they...
Thank you so much! We don't have much to offer, but have a look at these sector scans we took.
Oh, thank you. You give us map data when we're literally 2 jumps from the exit of the area? I could just jump straight here, but I want to see if I can get something more valuable from these guys first. What do they offer? The Mantis hail us. Their captain says,
I claim this vessel for my clan. Good hunting.
Well, that's nice of you, but I'm not going to let you just take it. However, I am going to let you just suffocate to death. You guys are going to hang out in here until they come into our area. We're going to charge up our weapons, and then we're going to murder them. They're going to suffocate again before they can do any damage to the oxygen room, and then for some reason they've decided to go into the helm. Well, that's not cool. That's just double shot, so we can ignore that. This one is the one we're going to have to cloak out when it fires. We're going to blast through these shields, though. We're also going to tempt them into this room by coming through this door and then back. Nope, they're not interested. That's okay, it normally works. Although we missed all of their shields. Wow, that was terrible. Come in. Actually, leave that door open. No, close the door. We want to get in there and help our captain. Someone. How about Agent... No, not Agent 47. Felicity, get in there and help the captain. And Aki, you're actually going to stay in this room, because there's no reason for you to go and suffocate when you don't need to. Alright. Let's try again, see if we can actually get through their weapons this time. They did decide to run away, which is good, so we can run back to the medbay, we'll heal up. One of them died in transit, which I like to see. We'll knock out their shields with lasers again. We did do some damage this time, but not enough to actually get through their shields, really. But that's okay, we're going to fry them with a laser anyway. Break the medbay, which should slow them down a little bit. The NG's going to go heal the weapons, from the looks of things. We're going to cloak out now, so they can't hurt us. And we're good. Since for some reason they've decided to not send the NG to fix the shields, we'll be able to blast them into little bits now. And we'll be able to hull laser through this important room again. We could hit 5 rooms this way. If I'm aiming really well. Like that, maybe we'll hit them? I'm not sure. Let's try. And yes, it did. Down they go. Alright. Ship explodes, giving us another 3 fuel drone part and 61 scrap. We've got oodles and oodles of cash to play with here. So what are we going to do? Well, first off, we're going to heal our captain, John Wilkes Booth. Lee Harvey Oswald doing okay, and Agent 47 seems to be doing fine as well. Felicity and Aki are going to head into the teleporter, so they'll be ready if needed. They will be joining our jump team for taking out the enemy's rockets. I'm really disappointed that although we managed to buy our drone control, we never managed to find, we didn't have enough time really, to find a drone for defense. But I suppose we'll have to make do with what we've got. We do, however, have a ton of money, so if we want to buy anything else, we can do that no problem. We can upgrade our stealth and our shields, which is probably what I'm going to do. Put a point in there, a point in there, a point in there. By shields, I mean doors. Because I like having level 3 doors when going into the final area, so those borders, which are quite frequent, can't get in. We've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, we'll be able to jump to the next sector. And we find a hull beam, just floating in space, as well as 32 scrap. That would be great if we could sell it, but I don't need a hull beam at this point. I should probably also have upgraded my weapons, so I can get my bombs equipped. I should do that now, because it's going to be hard fighting the boss without those bombs. So we'll level up our weapons to 1 more level. We'll put our power out of there, put this in the other place, and this in the other thing. Ugh, I can't speak. Breach bomb into the dual laser slot. We have 23 bombs, so that's plenty. Take that, put that in there. So this gives us some shield penetrating power. Hull lasers will help knock down the shields for the halberd beam, and the halberd beam will be able to do most of our damage in the boss fight. Let's jump out of here to the last stand. Alright guys, they're coming down to the wire. Hopefully we'll have some better luck this time. We arrive at the heart of the last Federation fleet, and our access codes get us past initial security and the direct feed to the capital ship's war room. Admiral Tully speaks first, saying,
"What is the meaning of this? Who are you?"
When we explain our mission, we're met with mostly cynicism and disbelief until the General of the NG Brigade speaks up, claiming that intel suggests potential counter to rebel technology. Risk all or save none. We explain the weakness of the enemy fleet, the rebel flagship, which is that for some reason they've decided that all the systems are actually run by the rebel flagship. The crew are just chilling out. They're all run by the central control pod. That's what I've decided. So, Tully responds, "It's settled then. The rebels will be here in a matter of moments. We will do what we can to hold off their warships, but you must succeed in destroying this flagship. We will refuel your ship now, and our stations will offer help wherever possible. Good luck." Alright then. Alright then. So, is there anything worth upgrading at this point? We could upgrade our... no. I'll hold on to my money for the time being. There's a store right here. What do you know? That's weird. I was just saying I could use a store. Although now I don't need a store. But I could sell these things in exchange for maybe a defense drone, if the game feels like being really generous. Let's see what's in here. What's in here? A transmission from the nearby planet indicates an outpost below, which offers supplies to travelers. We send an away party to check it out, and they don't have... Whoa, they have one of these things, though! Oh man, that would be awesome if I could get that. We'll sell those, because we don't need them. How much more do I have to get that thing? A weapon pre-igniter is awesome. It's not great with our gear for really fighting the boss, but it is still awesome. We could buy an automated reloader instead. We don't need stealth weapons, because our ship does have stealth weapons already. I'm not sure why I was saying it didn't last time. I'm pretty sure it does. There's been no visible decrease in my shields and my cloak since I've been attacking. If I sell the system repair drone and the scanners, because I'm not going to need those anymore, that'll get me another 30, but it still won't be enough. I'd have to sell my titanium system casing to get it, and then I only need to sell this in the first place. Don't need to sell the scanners. I might as well sell this anyway, though, because I don't need it, really. Hang on. I could use it here, though, to get through unscathed, but I'm going to need to fight people anyway, and there's a repair beacon over there if I can get there fast. Weapon pre-igniter is awesome. Let's get one. Okay. We're going to sell the titanium system casing, and we're going to sell the system repair drone. No, we'll still keep the system repair drone. And the long-range scanners, though. And we're going to buy weapon pre-igniter, because it's awesome. If I could get enough money to get the automated reloader, that would be really good, but I definitely can't do that. I can only get 15 more money. We do have a weapon pre-igniter, though, at the cost of our titanium system casing, which has been quite useful so far. It might have been a bad decision, but we'll see if it plays out well in the end. That weapon pre-ignition could help us do a lot of damage to systems, at least on the way there, before having too much trouble. The thing is, against the last boss, it's such a long fight that that initial push doesn't make a big difference. However, against most enemies, that is a big deal. Maybe it was a bad idea. We will find out sooner or later. I do remember this one is not a fight, so we're going to jump here because it's safe. A large host of Federation heavy vessels are in formation around the beacon. Sensors run hot with missile locks, but once we transmit our ship signature, they leave us alone. And we keep jumping. We got to get over there fast. They are going to be jumping to that repair beacon most likely, so it's going to be destroyed. Long-range scanners show the system is empty of any capital ships, so clearly it's not of strategic value. However, FTL signatures show a rebel scout just jumped nearby, and they also cloaked immediately like jerks. Hopefully they're doing the... No, they're not doing the... we're just going to charge up everything before attacking you system. That's my favorite way of them fighting us, but it appears to not be the case today. So we're going to be dodging all those rockets, and we are going to not be breaching missiles. Those aren't breach missiles anymore. Actually, sure, we'll breach their shields. And we missed. Fantastic. Fire, fire. And we missed again, so I can't hurt them still. Guys! Guys, come on! You wasted the entire weapon pre-ignition. Ugh. Okay, problem 2 now is I don't have that fast reloading piercing potential for my shields. Let's just jump away. It's not worth fighting these guys at the moment. Jump over here. As long as this isn't also a fight, we should be okay. It's hard to tell who's winning the nearby battle, but before we have a chance to figure it out, a fighter moves into attack. Hello, jerks. Alright, you're here to attack us, we're gonna go attack you then. Get over there and help. Actually, I should figure out which way they want to go first. Let's jump out of here first. Actually, I should attack them first. What am I talking about? Hit them with a breach missile in the shields. Good. Hit them with the hull laser in the shields. Good. And now we're gonna fry their main systems. Good! Alright, that's much more like it. Now they are trying to go into our shield room, so we are going to get back in there and fight them, because I want them to come to the med bay, if anywhere. Now we can dodge this missile with our cloak. And these guys should go down pretty easily. Pretty easily, I'm hoping. Our halberd beam should be charged up in a second. They are suffocating in there because of the lack of oxygen, which is always nice to see. We'll fry their med bay and murder them completely. Also, we're taking a lot of hits in there. They must be good fighters. We're going to come back in here. You see, there's no time to salvage all the wreck because the fleet is still nearby. We gather 33 scrap and are told to get ready to jump. Why do we not have any power in here anymore? I thought we had power in the medbay. Oh, no, right, I took it off to put it in the breach missiles Mark II. You're going to get in there and help fight. You should be able to take at least one of them out, maybe. And you're fully healed enough. You can go back in there and help. Actually, no, you're not the one I want to level up. I want Felicity to level up because she's going to be on our boarding party. She's not going to be very good at it, but she's going to be on the boarding party regardless. There we go. Get in here. Jones, yeah, you're no better at fighting. Aki is the only good fighter on our ship, really. Other than that, skill is fairly mixed. Lysandra, you're still not even close to Mark II with us, the fighting skill. That's unusual. You're going to get over there. You're going to come over here. Okay, we can jump again. Oh, they are trying to go to the repair beacon. That's too bad. So we're going to get a chance to fight them, but then as soon as we get there, they're going to be heading up and healing. Okay, well, 2 can play that game. Let's jump in and fight this guy. Let us fight. This is it. The Rebel flagship. If we're able to destroy this monstrosity, the Federation fleet will have a chance of surviving, so there's no turning back. And of course, they have their mega cloak, so they'll cloak immediately. Thankfully, we still have that weapon preloader, so our weapons are already charged. It might take us a little bit longer to be able to use them, but they are still ready to use. We're going to teleport into the rocket bay and murder that sucker, and take that system down before they can do too much damage. We're going to breach out their shields. Hopefully we hit. No, we missed like a bunch of fools. We're also going to dodge the rockets, because that's the most dangerous thing this stage has. And once that's done, our breach missile should be more or less recharged, and we'll be able to hit the shields again. Hopefully we actually hit them this time. Hit the shields, guys. You have to hit them. There we go. The great thing about the breach missiles doing so much damage, they also put holes in the hull, which make them run out of oxygen, making rooms harder to repair. Of course, they did just happen to cloak right now, which prevents me from doing the 2 shots with the hull laser and then taking out their systems with the halberd beam. But they should reappear back for too long. There we go, and they should not have had enough time to repair that sucker. Although they did manage to do enough to make me a little bit less efficient. So we're going to jump out of the now broken rocket bay. Well done, guys. Into the med bay. You deserve your heals. They are trying to frantically repair damaged systems, and we need to get healing online, so let's put some points into healing there. Heal up for your hard work. We're going to put another hole in the helm, or hole in the hull, I mean. There we go. They're firing at us with a bunch of dangerous things. We're gonna hull laser them and then halberd beam them again. Oh wow, that what? Do you see that thing recover instantly? Whatever. Let's halberd beam through there. Damage their helm, preventing them from dodging everything quite so easily. I think Aki leveled up there. Yeah, she did. That's good. Now we do need to recharge several different things. However, they shouldn't really be able to hurt us at this point. That's the funny thing about this fight. It's quite dangerous at the start, and then it becomes really not that dangerous. And the only thing that really makes it dangerous is that rocket launcher. Once you can take that thing down, they're pretty much helpless. We're gonna hull laser them in the shields. Boop, boop, and we're gonna halberd beam them right across there. Oh, you poor souls. You got 4 health left. Oh, that's cloak. They actually managed to knock out a bunch of our shields there, so thankfully, if we just cloak, it recharges all of them, no problem. Ion weapons hate cloaks because they interrupt the flow. Interrupt the streak, I guess is the right word. Now, we could breach bomb them again, which is I guess what we're gonna have to do. What I really want to do is get them into a different part of the ship when I manage to destroy them, though, because that's always fun. Let's breach bomb them here. And we'll hull laser them and kill them. But like when they're in different parts of the ship, when it explodes, all of the people who are over there die instantly, which is always fun. Bop. And we missed one, which is okay, because it's going to let me damage this stealth system, I guess. That should send someone over to go repair it. 2 people? 3 people? No, not so lucky. Nothing so lucky. They are trying to blast us quite hard, but that's okay. I think we'll be fine. They did just cloak, though, which is unfortunate. I will have to use another breach bomb to kill them now. I guess I should have just gone for the kill there. I was trying to get people to die for no reason, though. Alright, we'll breach bomb these suckers. This does do high crew damage, so we did manage to kill one of them. That's better than nothing. Hull laser them out, and murder them. Bam! Alright, down he goes. Just as we gain the upper hand, they find a way to make an FTL jump away. In this new state, they'll have to get closer to the base to be a threat, so we bought some time, but we'll have to keep up the assault. We need a fuel, a drone part, and 20 scrap. Now, the attack drone is going to cause mayhem on this ship. There's nowhere that's good for it to land that'll make it easy for us, unless it lands in the radar room. That's probably the only place it can land that won't wreck our day. So I may just breach bomb my first bomb into their drone control, because that's the one that's going to knock out the boarding drone. We already have the max level doors, and this is why we get them, to slow that boarding drone down if he appears in a good place for us. We are also going to we could upgrade our system repair drone too and send him in to repair the hull damage, which might be a good idea. We're going to upgrade our oxygen and our teleporter by 1 level, meaning that if he appears in those rooms, they'll last a little bit longer before we lose those systems. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, he did jump to the repair beacon. Jerk. Blocking our repairs. Well, we should be fine. I don't think we're going to need more rockets. We're not going to need more fuel. We might need repairs after this fight. We'll have to wait and see. We chase down the flagship and discover it's heavily damaged from the previous fight. Scans indicate it has redirected considerable power to its drones, so we prepare for a fight. We also prepare to teleport. Prepare to teleport our crew into the missiles. They are going to be doing nasty things, so we're going to breach bomb there. Here he comes. We're going to cloak. He should be offline now, I think. Oh, knocked that one out. That's weird. Well. He should be offline, though. Come on. Don't you come back in here. Yes, he's offline. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, power surge detected. I should have held my cloak onto that, but I did not want him on my ship, which is why I waited like I did. We're gonna blast out their no, hang on. We're gonna blast out their drone control again. We want to get that thing down as much as possible. Bam! There we go. We didn't get a new hole in the hull? Really? That's weird. Okay, teleport them back on board our ship. We are going to get hit by the power surge now, which is going to hurt. There are only 3 drones that can damage our shields, though, so we might honestly be able to survive it. That would be pretty cool. Now, as long as they don't fix that... Oh, here we're in trouble. That was really close. Okay, we need our cloak online right now, pronto. We're going to hit the shields, hopefully distract this guy, because we're going to be doing a lot of damage here in a second. And frying right through there. Not enough damage to distract him from his repair job, apparently, but we do have our cloak active again in case that guy does come back online. We're going to get over here and repair this pronto. It didn't do much damage to us, but it did do enough to be irritating. They're repairing much of their systems. I don't know how that's doing. I find it irritating that there's no point in trying to upgrade your ability to see the enemy radar in this fight, because regardless, you can never see how the enemy's power distribution works. It's just not something you're allowed to see in the game, for whatever reason. Fry them through there. Now we're going to cloak and dodge that drone thing, because that drone assault may be the most damaging thing you can do. The heavy blast of heavy lasers that you get later on is dangerous, but I'm not even convinced that's as dangerous as this is. So, we're going to charge up our weapons. Next punch we're due is going to hit them right in the drone bay with our hull lasers. Pew pew! No, we missed twice. That sucks. Well, you know what? Just for fun, let's halberd beam them through there. Just to keep him busy, keep him occupied. Don't want to get them bored, you know. And, we should be good to go in a second to halberd beam them to death, because one more good halberd beam through those 4 rooms should kill 5 rooms? 5 rooms. 5 rooms should kill them. And it should be in time before they get the fire. Awesome, before they manage to kill us with their big drone assault wave. Murder time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down they go. Drones everywhere. Alright, just as we gain the upper hand, they find another way to make an FTL jump away. We gain 2 missiles, a drone part, and 19 scrap from the fight, but we're gonna have to keep fighting. The next fight is probably gonna be the worst for us because of that Zoltan overshield at the start. But we might be able to get through it with our weapon pre-igniter's help before they manage to do too much damage, so that would be nice. They're also going to be boarding us quite significantly. We might as well put money into the drone bay because there's nothing else we can afford. We have all the levers of... yeah, we have all the power bars. So, let's go fight this guy and bring him down. We are pretty well equipped to kill him as far as I can tell. Although the Zoltan overshield, like I said, will take a while to burn down. We're not certain how it's able to keep fighting with this amount of damage, but it has transported power to the teleporter as well as to a super weapon, so we'll have to be prepared. Be prepared! We can fire across here, I guess. That's probably a good 4-room shot. It'll do 4 damage to it. We can hull laser it wherever we feel like, breach bomb it wherever we feel like, because that's not going to make any difference. We missed! How did you miss? Okay, we're going to suffocate them. They're idiots. With the entire ship to choose from, they picked the one room that has absolutely no defenses in it at all. And I can easily suffocate them from. Congratulations, friends, you picked the easiest to defend area. Now, I'm cloaking right now after those rockets fire, because if you cloak after the first salvo of rockets with level 3 stealth, and you have stealth weapons, you can continue firing, and you will have the cloak last through the first power surge as well. Not to mention the fact that once their systems go down, you can easily... I'm going to just burst laser this so we can get in and start destroying their rockets. Alright, get in there and take that rocket launcher down, folks. Like I said... Whoa, 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 whoa! What happened there? Normally it lasts longer than that. I guess I didn't wait quite long enough? That's unusual. I've never had that happen before. Alright, close those doors. They teleported into our teleporter room, so we're going to get in there and defend that. I've never had that happen before. Normally, if you cloak during the first rockets, you also get to cloak during the first Omni Blast. Well, that's not good. Alright guys, we're going to need to defend ourselves here by breaching out their shields. And we missed. At least we didn't hit the room they were actually in. That would have been stupid. Now this is going to suck. We should be able to dodge most of these rockets. Most of these rockets is just about right. They did get one through. Jones, I'm going to have to leave you to go heal up shortly, but our teleporter is going to be coming back in a minute. So that should be okay. Awesome, they're done destroying that room, so they're going to teleport back in and fight the guy in their own place. We can cloak out that Omni Blast, or whatever you call it. And, Jones, you're going to start healing up, I guess. I don't like taking power out of my engines to do that, but sometimes sacrifices have to be made. We blast them in the shields, we blast them with the hull laser. Awesome, and we're going to fry these suckers. We're actually going to fry their oxygen and their medbay and their engines with our first salvo. Good, good. Everyone is doing fantastic at the moment. Get in there. They really don't have much potential to hurt us anymore. The only thing they can do is hit us with the Omni Blast. We can dodge everything else. We're going to breach bomb in the shield bay again. Make sure that guy does go down. Here they come. They have another power surge on the way. We might be able to dodge it if we're really lucky, but I don't expect that to be the case. We could fry this last crew member with our halberd beam. Although if he goes into that... Let's fry the helm, and then the next shots will be guaranteed to hit. Fire the helm and the teleporter. And down he goes, suffocating and fried by lasers. Next shot we do, we'll kill him. They have no chance of survival now. We are doing fantastic. We didn't even need this drone bay. Wound up being entirely useless. But it happens. They don't even have... what am I doing here? Let's just shoot them. I can kill them at my leisure. They have no shields, they can't get their shields back, and this will kill them. I guess you could say that the rebel flagship has just been assassinated. Down they go. Alright. Nice try, guys. Thanks to the valiant efforts of the VSS Assassin and her successful crew. John Wilkes Booth, Lee Harvey Oswald, Agent 47, Lysandra, Aki, Jones, and Felicity, the Rebels' flagship was destroyed, throwing their fleet into chaos and ensuring yet another Federation victory. Ta-da! Alright. Well done, guys. Thank you very much, Subset Games, Matthew Davis, Justin Ma, Ben Prunty, and Tom Joubert. And not to mention the 50 billion people in the Kickstarting backers group. I am unfortunately not on that list. I didn't really use Kickstarter before I discovered how fantastic this game was going to be, but such it is. Also, you'll notice that a lot of the names the characters have are actually taken from these lists. A lot of the weird names are in here. So, that's something kind of neat. Now, we're not going to watch the whole list because it takes forever. We are going to skip out now and see about our stats. Alright, we've defeated the Rebel flagship and ensured victory of the Federation over the Rebels. We got only 42.55, that's because we're not boarding and getting more scrap that way. It's hard to get the high scores if you don't do the things that get you more money. If you look at our stats board, however, the VSS Assassin is our highest ranked stealth cruiser score, above the VSS Ghost and Atanarjuat. No surprise there, though. Now, the Assassin didn't get us any high scores on the board, didn't get us any achievements, but it was a pretty nice ship nonetheless. Alright, not bad. New highest score for the Stealth Cruiser Type A. Alright, now if you've enjoyed the episode, thank you very much for watching. This has been Vanguard of Valor flying the VSS Assassin to victory. And if you like the episode, don't forget to like the episode. One more time, thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.